So I'm now inside the museum that was designed by Hosha's daughter, same woman who designed the pyramid that was the museum for her father, Hosha, the dictator. One wonders what Skanderbeg would think of these statues of himself. Such men may not be men who want this kind of glory, but have the greater goal in mind, at least initially. I'm on top of the museum now, or almost on top. And the museum is okay, but it's principally written materials, present written materials that are explanatory, and some statues that have been made and things like that. Only the first room contains any real artifacts. It's mainly a monument rather than a museum to the site. Presumably now we're looking at that tower that's above the entranceway, which is down where those folks are right there. They'll probably walk through it. There are some things I would love to have videoed or photographed, but that's not allowed. One of which, it's an interesting tower, isn't it? And you can see how a building apparently went all the way to the height of that angular part right there. And there, the signal tower. And over there is the town, or the city of Tirana, the capital. And as I pan around again over there, probably Italy, is that dark line way over there, the Adriatic Sea. And up here, through the smog, and is Shkodra, and also Mount Montenegro, which is that white little blip you may be able to make out over that bare mountainside up close. And there's a better view of that soccer field. The irony is that what seemed like a religious monument is now simply a kiosk for selling the usual trinkets and so forth for tourists. I wonder what these are. Maybe butter paddles or something? Who knows? Those are butter churns, but what these are, I don't know. Shells. Sad irons. Get those on the plane. Various wars. Wow, that's an impressive coat, I guess. Probably black sheep's coat. These are probably for oil, olive oil. For cutting wheat or sheaves or something like that. Canteens look like ours. Just so you can see how strange I look to these people with my Lawrence of Arabia hat and cape. A nice piece of metalwork. So we'll walk down through this little place. I think I saw it from above. Whether it was once an old-time bazaar or not, I don't know. And Jimmy, the man that was guiding me around, said that the stones serve the purpose of giving the burros and horses a foothold traction, if you will. Going downhill, he said, but I assume it works both ways. When you get here early, it's a whole different thing than when it's all established. Old sewing machine. Here's what everybody's waiting for, and I am always so absolutely glad to have avoided. Now I'm back where I started. The Panorama Hotel is to my left, and hopefully I can find a minibus to take me down the hill, and then manage to get myself back to Tirana. Some dinner up there, but not yet. And these little guys just sold for decoration and enjoyment. They had a couple of them up at the museum. It's about 20 miles to Kruja from Tirana, and almost all of that 20 miles seems to be a commercial area with a mix of residential, back maybe an eighth of a mile or so. It was easier coming than going. I got a minibus right up in Kruja that brought me right down the street a little ways. Then a young man said, go up this street to my left, you'll come right into the square, and I saw this, which looks like the man who took over after Skanderbeg died. I don't know if it is or not. I don't think so, but it looks very similar. Looks like a kind of an older building. Looks like the use of the balcony is abandoned. A nice idea. Some of the detail there in the second floor is kind of interesting. And then the way this upper portion here is worked like a column is kind of neat. So here is Ruga Suleiman Pasha. All I gotta do is find his house, which the beautiful young blonde girl said was right up here. Well, I didn't find Suleiman Pasha's house. I found his street, and as is the case with poor countries that want tourism but have absolutely no clue of how to exploit it at my level. In other words, where do you find the places they've got on their map? But here, a very pretty park with restaurants and fountains and places to sit. So I'll probably sit